President Davy, it is an honor to have you. President Paul, President Philanoma, President Tina, it's all, I welcome you to this platform. Is it possible for us to have our starting video, to play our video?
Good
Because
afternoon,
of
President Chaze. I am downloading it quickly. May I have a second, please?
Okay, thank you.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, President Mankhole. How are you?
hello, I think we can do without the video. President Mankhole.
Yes, I also think like that. Just start, President Chaze.
Should you switch off the videos?
Yes, yes, please. I'm just switching on mine now.
Hey.
Wow, President Chaze looks so beautiful.
Thank you, Ayla.
So what's the advice? We switch off our videos?
We can switch on our videos, President Mankhole.
We switch them on?
Yes, we can switch them on. I think we are already late with our presentation. I think we can just go in and start. Today, I'm given the honor to present or to host my president from Lesotho, President Mankhole. She's a wonderful and powerful woman. She's a leader. And obviously, we know how women leaders are. We are powerful as women. And we are going to have a topic on women teaching and learning technology, assuring quality service delivery. President Mankhole, please lead us in the presentation.
Oh, thank you, President Chaze. I just want to thank everybody for honoring me to be part of this wonderful, I'll say, family. And I myself, I'm not a technologist. And I'm one of those people who believe I'm born before technology. But with the fourth industrial revolution, one is forced to embrace it. And this is what we want to have a conversation about today. As it has been said, I am President Mankhole, Masisi Tagisi. I work for Botho University as Head of Business Development and External Relations. And Botho University is a university which originates from Botswana and has had its footprints in Lesotho. And upon realizing the fast move of technology and that the world is coming to the palm of our hand, the university made a strategic decision to roll out all its teaching and learning on online, on blended learning. And so it came to a point whereby when the COVID hit, it was very easy to transfer. But the topic of the day, which I want us to have a conversation, and insist on having a conversation, ladies, because I want us to engage in this, is how teaching and learning has translated our lives now, and how we need to embrace it, and what solutions are innovators and IT people coming up with. We have in Lesotho, I was actually expecting one of our service delivery companies to come and have a conversation with us, but unfortunately they had a bit of a hitch at work, so they could not do that. I would want to just share with you that we have a lady who is a technical advisor to incubates. I would say incubates. We have youth. We have started up very interesting solutions on how we can transform our teaching and learning, how we can move a lot of things online and yet not lose the human touch. With that, I just wanted to introduce Mrs. Mokai Turigere, who will actually be carrying out and showing us how teaching and learning can ensure and assure the quality in service delivery, to ensure that our service is delivered with high standards and high quality, harmonizing the human element, which is the face-to-face person, coming up with solutions whereby you do not lose the uniqueness of your teaching methods, so to speak, because Mankhole is used to teaching in certain manner. She's used to passing jokes and her students understand her and they understand each other. We can still use technology to deliver the same unique characteristics and ensure that teaching and learning is going on. With that small snippet, I would like to ask our IT specialist. She's been in this business for over a couple of years now, and I mean more than 5 to 10 years, and she has climbed her ladder in professionalism as an IT specialist. I would leave it as that and like to invite Mokai Turigere. Mokai Turigere, she originates from Zimbabwe, but is currently with us in Lesotho.
Thank you very much, President Mankhole. As indicated, as you said, Mokai Turigere. And yes, I'm in education.
Your video on?
Oh, sorry. All right. Sorry about the face mask. I'm in the office and you're supposed to put on face masks. I can just put it off so that you can at least see my face. Yes, thank you very much for inviting me. As indicated, I'm Mokai Turigere and I'm an education technologist And yes, today we're going to be focusing on how trends have changed because, of course, the current COVID, and how we have found ways that we can improve or how we can handle the challenge that we have. Of interest is that I have managed to publish some papers around education technology even before COVID happened. And we saw that there were some problems or challenges that people were facing. If we have time, I would have loved for you to go through one of my papers that I published. It's available. You can just Google it. I'll be able to get it. But it's just clearly speaking about the challenges of technology in education. And we had seen that there's a big problem. And one of the main problems that we saw in this research paper was the fact that we don't have appropriate infrastructure. We don't have the resources. You can talk about the laptops, the cell phones, the softwares that are available. And as Sparkle Smart, or the technical advice for Sparkle Smart, we got together a group of the youth who we decided to work with to come up with appropriate solutions that might work. Am I allowed to show my presentation, President Mankhole?
Please go ahead. Yes, please go ahead. You can share your, please go
I don't know
ahead.
if that's right. Let me try. Okay.
Okay. Let's just, can you kindly, it would be very nice to leave enough time for us to ask questions and have a conversation. Thank you, Memo Guy.
Okay, all right. All right, just a moment. Okay. Okay. I don't know if you're able to see my screen.
Yes, we can.
All right. So if you look around the concept of teaching and learning and technology and quality in education, there's a trend that, of course, because of COVID, things have to change. But you have seen as well that most organizations had already had blended learning as a solution. Unfortunately, during COVID, we found ourselves not having a working solution. We found ourselves people looking around for what could work. And for us, we decided to get a group of students or a group of graduates who could actually come together to come up with a solution that we thought would work. So this is where the Sparkle Smart e-learning solution came from. The Sparkle Smart e-learning solution came from the issue of COVID-19 challenges and the changing educational trends. Quality in education is not only getting students the appropriate results or getting students who we feel are ready for the industry in the context of certificates that they have. Quality in education also includes the ability of a learner to demonstrate what they are good at, ability of a learner to have an environment where they can identify where their skill set is or where their skills are found. So if you look at this, looking at all these concepts, you actually need to find a way that can work. So besides COVID-19 challenges, everyone knows that kids could not go to school. Learning just stopped. Then people tried to find ways that would work. We also have the issue of having a 21st century learner, the appropriate skills that a 21st century learner should have. We also have the concept of digital divide, where we have seen that there's a clear difference of students, even students that are found in the same city or the same town, because of available resources and available exposure. There's a clear difference of learners that are found in the traditional Group A schools, the Group B schools, and the learners that are found in other areas fail to perform better or fail to find appropriate skills that they can carry on for their future because they fail to have appropriate environments to do that. And then the concept of learning from anywhere, anytime. Sparkle Smart e-learning solution consider the importance of having a learner that can learn from anywhere, anytime. Besides the issue of COVID, we want to have appropriate education environment, because our schools are growing, right? We have so many students who want to learn at the same time. And at what appropriate means and ways can you use technology to be able to cater that? So an appropriate learning platform or technology learning can enable a learner to be able to learn anywhere, anytime. And also it means that the learner has the ability of going through the content more than that which is done in the classroom. Learners, they forget what they've learned, or learners fail to catch some concepts because of the current environment which they have. So Sparkle Smart e-learning came about to be able to look at all those concepts, and we found ourselves up with some solutions that we thought could help. So in a nutshell, Sparkle Smart Technologies, as a technical advisor, I'm focused mainly on technical concepts, but I believe I can go through all this from a holistic point. So we can say that we are a technology integrated company in education, or what to say, technology integration consultant company that provides consulting services to help educational institutions in the development and deployment of e-learning solutions. Unfortunately for Lesotho, we did not have such a company. We had institutions like Botho University that had appropriate platforms already, but unfortunately we did not have a company that could assist institutions in implementing such platforms. So Sparkle Smart Technologies found the gap in it and decided to find ways in which they can improve the teaching and learning process. All right, so they believe they are the first company in Lesotho established with the core mandate of offering e-learning support to issues of learning. What Sparkle Smart Technology also managed to do was to find an appropriate tool that can be used, that can cater for all the regions. As you are aware, that the terrain of Lesotho is different from most countries. And then you realize that we find that there are learners who are in remote areas where there could be a network provider, but because of other challenges, they fail to have appropriate technologies that can handle heavy platforms. So Sparkle Smart Technology came out with this solution with such learners in mind. I think according to them, they interpreted the whole concept of Sparkle Smart. I can present this an overview of what they thought a learner should have. Okay, so in their own context, this is what they also do. They also work with educational technology tools and educational technologies content. According to them, they did a survey, and then they realized that there are some learners who need support. There are some learners who have an interest of having appropriate learning within and outside the school environment. They also found that some learners who do not have an appropriate platform for them to be able to revise if they wish. So they came up with Sparkle Smart as a tool that can be used by the learners for them to be able to study at home and also study outside the classroom. So Sparkle Smart Technologies came up with such a platform for one to be able to learn with the teacher and outside the learning environment. What are we saying? We are saying we need a platform that the teacher can be able to use in the classroom. Using the classroom technologies starts with the appropriate learning management system. They enter the appropriate content that they need. And then after that, when the child gets home, when the child is outside the classroom, the learner also is able to work or follow the content that is between the classroom. We find ourselves at times getting assistance from the internet, getting assistance from other platforms, which is appropriate. But there are some curriculums, like the Lesotho curriculum, where you realize it's unique in its own context, and it requires one to have appropriate guidance from the people who are trained to teach the course. So Sparkle Smart platform is designed to allow the teacher to be able to add content in the classroom, or the teacher to be able to add content, and not only content in the context of PDF documents, etc., etc. I'll just rush to the what is found in it, but I think it's important to note that Sparkle Smart Technologies has got a team of people, which includes education specialists, e-learning technologists, IT specialists, and then altogether they come up with the Sparkle Smart team. So some of us, we fall around the technologists, right? And then you realize that you have appreciated that for us to have a holistic approach to be able to handle this problem that we have, is to have everyone being involved in the process. Okay, so I'm gonna rush to the system functionality because of time, but we look at the issue of asynchronous system capabilities. Why asynchronous? We are saying that we have a problem that not all the learners will be able to access the platform at the same time. Even if we have live sessions like one that we have now, not all the learners will be able to access that live session. So because of the problem that we have in Lesotho, asynchronous system capabilities were found to be important, as they allow one to be able to have access to information even outside such an environment. Adding on to that, we have what we call multi-layer subjects, meaning we've got lessons, topic, quizzes, and categories. This platform has got all the essential components that you need. You can add your videos. We have also encouraged lecturers or teachers to be able to add their own videos, because we want the students to be able to see the lecturer, their teacher. So it means that in the instance where now COVID had happened, teachers were at home, this platform was being used to record the teacher wherever they are, and then the learners are able to have the teacher on their platform, and this really improved how things went. I can go on and on. It can talk about assignment management, course reporting, and email. And this platform has got both the teacher side and the lecturer side. The teacher side, the student side. The student as well is able to do some components, is able to search for the courses, able to end content, etc., etc. So if you realize, if you look at such a solution, this solution, as we have said, has been that has been implemented not only in the capital city, but you have found it being implemented outside the capital city. And then you have realized that all the learners from wherever they're found, learners are able to work together. Learners are able to access content. Learners are able to have access to all the content, and learning still managed to go on even with the COVID-19 situation that was there. But of course, like any other platform, we found ourselves with some problems. One of the main problems was the issue of affordability. As much as we managed to get support from other departments, not all the people managed to afford the platform, even though it's quite, to me, it's quite affordable. But of course, like any other country or any other institution, we find ourselves in a lot of problems. And then adding on to that, the issue of quality, it does play an important role, because like, as we are speaking now, we have found ourselves that students, Lesotho has opened up, students now have to go back to school. And then within cases where students have stopped learning from March, it means that maybe no learning was taking place and no appropriate learning was taking place. So the importance of having technology being integrated in any classroom or in any learning environment allows for learning to continue with or without schools being opened. It allows learning to continue within the classroom and outside the classroom. It also allows the parent to come in. The parent can come in, can monitor how the child is performing, and can monitor how well they can assist the child. I don't know if there are any further questions. I just wanted to cut it short because this is a longer presentation. Thank you very much. President Mankhole.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mokai. I'd just like to throw it back to President Chaze, since you are our champion in technology. I'd like to just to hand it over maybe to the floor or to President Chaze to guide further questions, interactions, conversations. What does this speak to us as world women leading change? President Chaze.
Thank you very much, President Mankhole. Thank you very much, if I may say that. It was a good, yeah. I just have one question to start with. How is one able to get the software, the software at the moment?
Okay, what we normally do is, as much as we've got this Sparkle Smart option, we have realized that different users have different needs. So what we do, we usually go to the schools, because this solution, there are several solutions, but this one is one that we really need to go there, because some schools do not have computers. Some schools, they don't have internet access. So when you go out to the schools, we first evaluate what is required. That's the first thing that you do. So if there's need to have fiber to the school in areas where fiber can be added on, we can do that. Then in some instances, you've realized that we need to get our providers to put wireless routers. That's also possible. And then after that, we then check on your requirements, because the requirements also affect the pricing, I can put it that way. So we'll see what is it that you need. If you need maybe just one or two components, then we can structure that at that. So to get it, we actually need to do a clear survey and analysis of what you need and what is your current problem that you have. Because you realize that different schools have different problems. Some will say, okay, fine, I already use Zoom and I want Zoom to be integrated. So instead of us coming in with the full package, we can still link it to what you have. So what you can do, we can now add the asynchronous part, but we can still access because some schools were using Zoom for recordings. So we can still link our platform to your Zoom. And then some schools already have websites, so we can link our platform to your current website. Some schools already have content that has been prepared. So all that determine how it works. But usually for people to get this solution, we need to go and then we check and then we verify how it can work for the given institution.
Okay, that's really interesting. So by what you're saying is somebody can also download it if you are dealing with a remote customer. For example, if somebody from a different country wanted to implement it, they'll be able to get it via download, right?
Yes, we have a cloud version. So if you're in a different country, if you want it, yes, we can still have. We're actually supporting some organizations in South Africa. So we have found some organizations who need it in South Africa. So in such cases, yes, we have also implemented it there. And we do support them from Lesotho because it's a cloud option. So we've done our own analysis and then we have seen how they want their product to be done. And then we're able to support them from Lesotho.
Wonderful, wonderful. Is it accessible via mobile phones?
Yes, it is. Actually, there's a mobile version to it.
Oh,
so
that's great.
Yeah. So yeah, if there was enough time, I could have.
Enough time shall be created. Memo, enough time will be created, and I can see President Chaze, who understands these technologies much better than us, is really taken up. President Chaze, I just want to, in your busy schedule, if you could afford Sparkle Smart another day to put a full presentation. And I asked her to come on this platform because as World Women Leading Change, we want to touch the lives of every student, every children and women and transform their lives around the world. I found this a very practical solution, very doable. President Rebecca was talking about the remote areas of South Africa, how that's challenged with an online learning. I thought that this will be an excellent presentation for today to start off thinking of how we can arrive at different solutions, ensuring and assuring that quality service delivery is continued. Teaching and learning is not disturbed. We do not have a generational gap. And despite all these challenges, we have innovative people who have come up with such exciting solutions. So if President Chaze, if you may, I think we could invite Sparkle Smart to come up and break down the presentations, because she says they have a mobile version. It's on the cloud, so it's actually been accessible to all of us at World Women Leading Change.
Indeed, indeed. It's a very interesting product, and I can see it being used in a lot of situations, a lot of cases, in a lot of learning environments, starting from preschool to varsity and all that. And the fact that you can access it in different ways is also a very good thing. It allows for people to be able to have access to it on different platforms. So I would like to invite you to give us a more detailed presentation on Sparkle Smart. I think it's something that we can take worldwide, especially in Africa. It's something that we really need to implement. So thank you very much for coming, Ms. Mkai. Do we have any further questions? You can indicate by raising your hand or just switching on your mic. Okay, at the outset of questions. Oh, did somebody try to speak? At the outset of questions, President Rebecca, do you have any comments for today's presentation?
Thanks, President Chaze. Yeah, today I joined a little bit late after 20 minutes, but from what I just heard in the last presentation, even President Mankhole was saying, just sharing on what as Africa, we are always speaking of the technology that we want to have in our rural areas and even in some of our townships in our areas. I think what the Meme presented, it will assist us, and then I do that maybe we give her another session, another time to come and do the next session where she can break it down to all the parts that she was presenting, so that we can all understand it more and always able to advise on how can we collaborate or partner within their program, yeah, that they're doing. Thanks, President Chaze. Yeah.
Indeed, thank you, President Rebecca. Ms. Mkai, will be seeing you very soon. We'll get your contact so we can get in touch with you and you can give us a more detailed presentation on Sparkle Smart.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, President Chaze, if you may, I was just wondering, maybe, I don't know if Lesotho is here, because there's some of the people who are engaged in this project are actually youth who have helped come up with such innovative projects. I don't know whether it would be interesting, because this product can be used across board It could be personalized. Is President Debbie in? President Debbie was talking about challenges in the rural areas. And because we're now living in a global village, this could all talk to the importance of standardization, the importance of uniformity. Through World Women Leading Change, we have become one solid family. We maybe operate different hours because we're in the different side of the globe, but we're speaking the same language. We all want to arrive at solutions. In other meetings at World Women Leading Change, we have women who are trying to come up with agricultural solution. And I just want to cultivate conversation and remind everybody that technology cuts across all industries, all spectrums of life. I mean, my mother is 92 years old and we still do WhatsApp calls. And, you know, this has really mitigated the frustration and the what COVID has come in between us. You know, we're able to guide each other and exchange recipes and remind each other what is happening. That is the strength and the power of technology. Let us harness what we have learned. Let us network as World Women Leading Change. And our President Ayla, Professor Ayla always says the importance of duplication. What you have, replicate it in all countries. This is what President Chaze, this meeting was about today. President Chaze.
Thank you so much, President Mankhole. Thank you so much for that wrapping up, if I may call it that.
Yes.
I think we have actually come to an end of our presentation. It was really short and sweet, and really interesting and juicy. So we'll definitely have you back, Mama Koi.
Thank you so much. Keep them within an hour, then they keep us all excited and ignited. Are we having problems with Nadia, our World Women Leading Change song, or is Professor Ayla here?
President Ayla, would you like
Yes,
to give
I'm here.
us word of encouragement?
Yes, I'm here. I think today in Jakarta we have like a very, very heavy rain. So yes, so it's kind of challenging. We have a challenging network today. Just today. Yesterday was okay.
That's okay. Your Excellency, that's okay, President Ayla. It's understandable.
Okay.
We also still need technology.
Technology. For what exactly, President Ayla?
Yeah, we also need technology because in Jakarta also, and it's never happened, but just today it's very difficult to even coming here to this network, you see.
Oh.
So I'm lucky because I have this, I put aggregator, but I think some people don't have it. So it will be like a challenge, you know, because it's a very heavy rain in Jakarta today. Heavy, super heavy.
Wow. Let's
You
hope
need
everybody.
network infrastructures.
It was supposed to be not like but you know, what can I say? It happened, yes, you know. So
It does. Yes. It does happen.
but President Chaze, it means that your job is a lot more, and also everybody here that loves technology, because my business, like I said, is only real estate and technology. See, the thing with technology sometimes is a lot of things are under, not like in your control, you know, like if you depend on network, sometimes the network is not in your favor, right? So, but the thing is, we need to, how you call it, keep moving, right? Like we can't just really, because network is not good, so we don't want to, what you call it, no, we have to evolve every day. That's technology.
Yes, we have to
Evolution.
evolve. Yes.
Constant evolution every day, every minute. Yes. Now I
Indeed.
have this little, I show you maybe when President Debbie come to Jakarta, I will show you. Maybe you can have like something like this in Africa, you know. It's called second aggregator. It's you know, it's not expensive. Maybe you can make President Chaze in Africa. So
Yes, yes, I'll look at it. It's called second aggregator.
oh yes, you have there?
No, not necessarily, but we have something similar, whereby you can improve your network connection at your place. That's what it
Yes.
does, right?
Yes. And then it's also, well, it says that it's saving the data. I don't know.
Okay, I'll have a look into that. I'm
I
sure
will
President
show
Debbie will
the
be
princess
really-
when they come here, and then maybe we can, I don't know, make something like this in the brand of WWLC. Then we can sell it, you know, because it's very small. Here, I show you. I think I'm safe because of this, but I don't know.
Are you going to show us, President Ella?
I think she's gone.
No, I'm still here. Wait.
She's here. Oh, President Ella is going to get it, so we can see it. Probably.
Here, I'll show you. I use two things, but I think maybe in Africa, I think you already have also.
Am I the only one who's anxious and really waiting to see it? Ooh.
Like a pod.
Oh, yeah. I see.
It's like
I
a.
see that.
Can you see it? Okay.
Yes, it's nicely
They do is
portable.
they actually help you get. President Chaze, we need to find a way how to not have internet.
Yes, President Ella, I'll put that on the top of the list to
How
find your
can
way
we
around
have
this.
we have everything without internet? We need to go back to the Stone Age, but we still have the connection. This is how we have to start thinking, how can we don't use internet but still connected to all of you?
Indeed.
Because this internet can give us such a problem, yes, because you used to it, and now sometimes they don't have, or they have, you know, we have to think of like one step ahead. Think without internet but still connected.
We have to stay ahead of the game.
Maybe
so much.
Our madam here can help. How can we have without internet but stay connected?
The satellite that World Women Leading Change still has to implement. So perhaps that's another way of doing it. I think that's all for today. Yes. Yes. I believe this is all we have for today. So can I ask President Nadia on the, no, Ambassador Nadia is not on. Can I have President Letseho please play our song for us so we can hear it? President Letseho, can you play our song? Are you able to?
Maybe since we didn't start with a prayer, President Chaze, maybe we could end with a prayer in our song.
Should we start with a prayer first? I was thinking, okay, we can start with our prayer.
No, it's entirely up to you. It's entirely up to you, President Chaze. That's fine.
President Paul, can you please give us a prayer? Is that okay?
Okay, let us pray. Good afternoon, Heavenly Parent. We thank you so much, Father, for everything that you've been doing for us. And we pray, grateful for the presentations that we've had about technology, making us realize just how versatile our world is. And we thank you so much that there is technology that keeps us together as we are now on the same platform, yet we're in different countries and in different time zones. We are deeply grateful for that. And we pray that moving forward on a daily basis, we can be able to connect again and learn from each other and improve our lives and the lives of those around us. We'd like to thank you so much for everything. Let's report and request all this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much.
Amen.
Amen.
President Leteo, you can play the song for us.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
We are the woman leading change, leading change. We are the woman leading change, leading change. We are the woman leading change, leading change. We are the woman leading change for our people, for our countries, for everyone in the world. Love, peace, needed in this world. Endurance, needed in this world. Forgiveness, needed in this world. Unity, needed in this world. Yes, African woman leading change. Antarctican woman leading change. Yes, Asia woman leading change. Yes, Australia woman leading change. Yes, Europe woman leading change. Yes, North America. Yes, South America, woman leading change. Kalirato fella,
Kalerato fella,
leading
woman
change.
leading
Kalitabo fella, Kalitabo fella,
fella.
woman leading change. Gotando pella, Gotando pella, woman leading change. Yes, Indonesia. Yes, Ayla. Yes, Ayla. Woman leading change. Yes, Indonesia. We thank you, world woman leading change.
Thank you so much, President Leteo, for playing our song. We have officially come to the end of our programs. Thank you very much, Ms. Mkai, for giving us such a wonderful presentation. We cannot wait to have you back. So please go and prepare yourself now and give us as much information as you possibly can. We are a lot of people who are in need and who are interested in your product. President Mankhole, thank you for giving us a link that can bring us more technology when it comes to education. We really appreciate you.
Most welcome, most welcome. Thank you for a wonderful presentation. Mokai, you're our expert. And yes, we shall be getting more. We shall be getting more. We shall make a difference, not only in Lesotho, but through World Women Leading Change.
Indeed.
President Mankhole, So we can do
President Debbie.
because we're having a Botho University. So Botho University must be an extension of World Women Leading Change as the president there. So we must
It already is. It already is.
Okay, so we can make people to register, even our, with even our students. So we are now together.
Yes, we'll talk about the finer details, President Debbie. We'll talk about the finer details.
It's Botho and World Women Leading Change. Thank you.
Excellent. We should draw an MOU.
Yes, sure.
Excellent.
Did you read my WhatsApp message? Thank you. Looking so smart. Black and white.
We're still recording. Remember, we're still recording.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you for the participant.
Stay
Thank you for
safe,
everybody.
everybody. Wonderful to see you. Hope everybody in Jakarta is safe with all the heavy rains.
I think we
Bye.
can stop recording now. Bye-bye. President Ella, please send us some rainbow.
Bye bye.